Prepare for an all-you-care-to-enjoy breakfast at Disney's Contemporary Resort. It's time for character dining in Walt Disney World at Chef Mickey's. Let's go. What's shaking, friends? Wade for the Kingdom Report back with you once again, covering all the latest eats, treats, and dining delights across the most magical place on Earth, Walt Disney World Resort, specifically at Disney's Contemporary Resort today, just a hop, skip, and a jump away from the main entrance of Magic Kingdom Park, one of the original resort hotel properties here at Disney World, and host to one of the most coveted of all of character dining locations, Chef Mickey's. To get there, as soon as you enter the lobby, you'll see a set of escalators at one end. Take that set of escalators on up to the next floor. You'll see a sign that'll say, you looking for Chef Mickey's? Want to take that escalator to the 4th floor, which is right around the corner. Head on up that next set of escalators to the 4th floor concourse, and in a matter of no time, you will be confronted by a beautiful Mary Blair mural, a gigantic concourse level. This, of course, is also where the monorail pulls into. Yes, the monorail runs right through the Contemporary Resort. And just alongside the mural is a hallway down to 3 separate entrances, one to the Outer Rim Lounge, another to the Contempo Cafe, and right smack in the middle, you guessed it, yep, it's Chef Mickey's. Once you check in for your reservation via your My Disney Experience app, letting them know that you've arrived, the main podium will call out for you and set you up so that you are all ready to go, and send you on down the walkway to the host and hostess stand, where they will take care of you at this location and walk you on over to the next available table. The location is quite large in a gigantic concourse, of course, so it's a very open air, very lively, full of natural light environment. They say, experience character dining and an enhanced all-you-care-to-eat family-style meal in a bright, happy space. As the monorail whizzes by, soak up the expansive views of Bay Lake. Each table will receive a special autographed card keepsake from Mickey and his friends, and throughout the dining experience, Mickey Mouse and some favorite pals will make surprise appearances in each of the dining rooms. You can see them move throughout the restaurant, waving hello as rollicking music fills the air. This was my view from the place they sat me. Obviously, I'm up sort of on a elevated platform looking out towards what used to be the buffet. And within a matter of moments of having been seated, I was greeted by a very cheerful server who brought me my own coffee carafe, which I so appreciate in this environment. It allows me to have all the coffee I could possibly want at my table, don't have to flag anybody down for refills. In addition to that, I was presented this menu with some upcharge beverages, some specialty beverages for the 50th anniversary celebration. And then the food started to arrive for this family-style feast. As always, we like to remind folks, family-style means everything brought to your table. No longer is the buffet in action in this environment, and therefore you get all that you want brought to your table. Harvest sweet rolls to start me out, along with some crumb donut holes, which I found very interesting. Fresh fruit bowl right alongside that, with the cantaloupe, the pineapple, the grapes, the very ripe watermelon was absolutely outstanding. And then in addition to that, also had 2 different versions of mini yogurt parfaits, both sprinkled with some chocolate chips for some added sweetness, in addition to all of the yogurt sweetness that comes along with these bowls. And then, of course, the crown jewel, loaded potato cheese casserole, one of my favorite dishes at Chef Mickey's, and certainly something that is hearty and will no doubt stick to everyone's ribs in the process of consumption. Right behind that came the traditional selection skillet packed full of scrambled eggs, pork sausage links, smoked bacon, Mickey waffles, and even a slow roasted beef brisket underneath all of that. And 2 items not featured here, chicken sausage and a tofu scramble if you are so interested. Behind that came the Chef Mickey's signature celebration Mickey pancake, adorable to say the least. And then another Chef Mickey signature selection, and this is the banana bread French toast, a beautiful, decadent treat that we will absolutely dive into here in just a moment and tell you all about what it tasted like. But first up, the characters started to arrive. Now keep in mind, in this atmosphere, during these pandemic restrictions, character dining even coming back in any capacity is kind of a nice treat. However, at this time, you are not able to hug or otherwise get autographs from the characters. They do come awfully close, usually within 5 to 6 feet of your table. They do stop and pose and give you all kinds of individual attention. You can see between Minnie and, of course, Pluto here giving me all kinds of attention. Each character did seem to strive in an attempt to provide as much individual back and forth as possible, along with providing everybody the opportunity in the table cluster that I happen to be sitting in, the opportunity to have a specialty shot, maybe a photo of them in the background, a unique selfie opportunity with the sake of them posing in a certain way. So all things that I really do appreciate in this atmosphere, because I have been to some character dining locations on both coasts that are not necessarily all that great for the sake of the character interaction in the restricted form. They just kind of run right past you in other locations. Here, they spend an awful lot of time going back and forth with you, which means just a tremendous amount when you're paying so much money and trying to enjoy yourself a unique character dining atmosphere. And of course, last up was Chef Mickey himself. It was wonderful to see him. Doesn't he look so spectacular in his chef whites? And he was very thrilled to see everybody else on top of that. So a wonderful interaction level, and these characters came one right after the other into our table cluster section. And now let's dive into some of the hits and misses when it comes to the food at Chef Mickey's breakfast. The loaded potato cheese casserole does have like the consistency of, say, scalloped potatoes, obviously with that Parmesan Mickey crisp on top, and served with some chives and bacon bits throughout and some ooey gooey cheese, made for just a star player of all of the things that I ate. I did ask for a little bit more of that. Next up was the banana bread French toast with espresso mascarpone cream, toasted bananas, and chocolate crumbles. As pretty as this is, I just anticipated it being so much more tasty. Sweet, yes, but really just like 2 slabs of banana bread with some whipped cream. I could have done without it, unfortunately. And then we move along here to the Celebration Mickey Pancake, golden brown and topped with a maraschino cherry. It was just fun. It was a pancake. There was nothing spectacular, and I only took a bite or two and moved right along to other items that I found far more delicious. Now, I did enjoy the crumb donut hole offering in terms of the bread basket that they brought at the very beginning. That was pretty good. Just make sure that you have some syrup to dip that little fritter in. And then in addition to all of that, the other standout was the beef brisket. Thinly sliced, very smoky flavor. It was just the perfect complement to the traditional favorites that came in the skillet. Was perfect with some eggs and some ketchup. Definitely a standout on the plate. Something that was not, though, this slimy, paper-thin bacon. You know I'm a bacon snob when it comes to Disney parks, especially buffet and family-style atmospheres. Either they hit it out of the park or they don't. They did not this time, as you can see. This was almost an embarrassment. Very disgusting when it came to the bacon that was offered. And in the end, I tried a little bit of everything for the sake of this review. I seriously don't know how I walked out of here. I ate so much on this day. You will definitely not leave hungry, and again, they'll bring you as much as you want. In a matter of no time, the check had arrived, and my server asked me if I wanted any sort of coffee or beverages to go, which is always a wonderful sign of hospitality. And here's the damage. One adult breakfast was $42 with tax. That came to $44.73 before tip. And in addition to that, if you have any kids 10 and under that are coming with you, naturally they will be at Chef Mickey's. They are going to be $27 before tax and tip. So in review, I would say Chef Mickey's food remains just palatable buffet food, right? Never having been a staple of Walt Disney World Dining, this food has always been, for the most part, just average. Now, keep in mind that while it's not a buffet anymore and it's family style, they are still preparing it the same way they always used to, right? It's still prepared like buffet food. It is still the same type of quality and consistency of buffet food because it's all the exact same preparation. The only difference is that now instead of you going to the buffet, your server is going to the buffet. The character experience is as good as it's going to get right now. I will say they are spending an awful lot of time with each table cluster, and each individual table gets their individualized attention, which means so much when you have kids that can't wait to see Mickey and the gang. And they're doing a fantastic job, not only doing one full cycle through and spending all that individual time at each table cluster, but then beyond that, they also do sort of a party style moment where they parade back through your area and give you all kinds of additional attention on top of that. So definitely worth the price for the character interaction alone. However, it is an atmosphere where, you know, the food is going to be subpar, and I think we've all come to know that about Chef Mickey's over the course of time. Breakfast always a lot cheaper than dinner, and if you're looking to book a reservation, it is still one of the hottest in town. It has always been that way, and if you are looking to get one and you can't book it a few months out before your trip, try booking about 24 hours before the day that you want to go to Chef Mickey's. Usually people are dumping their reservations at that point for the sake of not being penalized the next day when they don't show up, so we've had very good luck with that strategy. And now we turn it on over to you. Are you someone that has to stop at Chef Mickey's during your Walt Disney World vacation? Or with the restricted character experience, do you think that this might be worth skipping in the near future? As always, we look forward to hearing your perspective. For the Kingdom Report, I'm Wade Heath. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel with the notification bell turned on so you don't miss a thing. And we'll see you next time for another edition of the Eat Disney Dining Review.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.